In today's game, passing may come at a cost. The Bills are #1 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Rams team that will need to avoid those turnovers.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and our home team. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
To throw. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Let's go!
They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Play clock winding down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And the back goes into motion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Shaq Lawson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Let's go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down for the touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line. The end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Now let's go.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Let's go.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And his kick here is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Back to throw here. And going deep for Hill. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Watson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Pushing through the contact. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Tuck it and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now it's the backup Watson. And this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Halfback sent in motion. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's into the clear. The 40. 30, past the 20, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Let's go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And the play clock's running down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen But 3rd and 20 on their play sheet. Oh, I've got the exact play to dial up.
Now, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back here right after this. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Hurry up. Hey. Got 3 down.
They'll set up a throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And I know... It seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And the Rams getting set to go now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. And the Lions have opened it up, leading now by a couple of touchdowns. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And a great spot to start this drive from here. A first throw now for the backup Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So we've reached half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Being chased out left. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down. On first down, it's Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep. I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Watch 81, watch 81. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Watson now on second down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there, 87 yards, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the 20. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Out of the gun now on third down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
From the 50, it's Watson. And going deep for Hill. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Bills send the punter out. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. And now it's blocked. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
Check number 6. Let's go.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Second down now after the pass completion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch 84, watch 84. Single. Let's go.
Looking to throw. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. The 30. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll look to throw now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Let's go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamal Adams. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Come on, let's flex round! Flex round! Check the backer, check the backer. Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go!
Throwing now, Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Watson, off play action. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Back to throw here. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
What's tight end?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Rams on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Now a desperation. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.